Ladies and gentlemen, the sun has now found its home in the western sky, and it is Saturday night in Tiger Stadium, home of the LSU Tigers, one of the great venues in college football. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. So Alabama's offense is on the field for the first time today. When these two teams square off against each other, they know the legacies they carry, and that'll be evident in this one, guys.
Alabama-LSU is one of my favorite games each and every year because this is one of the fastest games you'll see all season. There is so much NFL first-round talent on the field.
Gets away from one, finds room. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll be smacked to the ground. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? From the gun, wants to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Haynes. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Catch in the middle, it's Law. A lot of thrillers in the history of this series, but last year wasn't one as the tide rolled easily.
It was a beatdown, and it was replayed over and over on the TVs all throughout the facility. LSU, Jesse, had a year to think on that.
They sure did, and that Crimson Tide blowout was big on the recruiting trail, too. These are two programs that are consistently competing for the same five-star athletes across the board. That's a big reason why this game means so much.
They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun to give to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Now the 8th play of the opening drive, and this time facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Short gain on the play before he slides. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So LSU's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And the spotlight in this game will undoubtedly be on these star wide receivers, David.
I mean, they're featured, Reese. Like, these guys are going to touch the football a lot. These offenses are built to get them the football, to make plays. We're in for a few catches today, Paul.
We sure are. When you can get open like these guys can, when you have the speed to take the top off of the defense, you know you're going to see a lot of explosive plays today.
He'll pull it down and run. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. They'll try to run for it. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. He wants to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. This series dates back to 1895. One of the odd things, guys, is historically the visiting teams have had a lot of success.
And these fans don't like each other. Man, you can feel the hate, the hostility. Both programs so talented, recruited at a high level. These teams have even rematched for a national championship before, Paulo. These two teams are ballers.
And this is a game, too, David, that every...
What a a snag by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Pocket starts to collapse. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Grab behind the line. It's Haynes. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season, the first part of the season.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Grab near the marker. It's Lacey. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
And how about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the 1st down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
That's caught. It's Durham. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
Quick strike complete. Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, LSU. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So it's an 80-yard drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes that Alabama offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Quarterback will keep it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Bringing it back, it's Anderson. He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Got it set up on the outside. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man and they convert. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time you drop back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket, and he was always collapsing it with his speed and athleticism in his first step. That last play right there reminds me of some of these great players we've seen on the Crimson Tide D-line here in recent years.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs. The offense lining up for a first down play. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Law. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. Sweet feet on the move. Just outstanding vision from the young freshman on that run. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Good timing on the quick out. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. Finds a crease at the 20. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown Tide! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Precision blocking up front. Oh, they blocked the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. On the run from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. Let's see if they keep it on the ground here on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Throws to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. LSU quick to the line. Quarterback will audible. On 4th down, trying to find his man. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up. Boy, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Going downfield for the big play. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Quickly complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Finds his man. It's Lacey. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
It's a really nice play there. The thing about this guy, he forces the defense to have to stay disciplined. You just can't take a play on. He reminds me of an old LSU quarterback that I used to play against, Herb Tyler. He was a guy that could hurt you throwing the ball, but he was also shifty and he could extend plays. We had a great defense at Florida, full of NFL dudes, but he just never let you feel comfortable because of his athleticism and his dynamic ability. This guy has a little bit of that, too.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Makes the catch. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. 3rd and goal for the offense. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. He caught it. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. The offense trying to find a way on 4th and goal from the 2. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
They'll try to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy...
Oh, look out! And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the big fella. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play.
Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create some ball in the air. Intercepted! Even with minimal gain on the return, they are working with a short field from the 36. First down for this offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Milroe. Throws to the tight end. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
It's hard to run a route or get lost near the sidelines and understand exactly where you're at. Nice job understanding I was starting to get close to the sidelines, throttling down a little bit, catching the football and making sure I was in bounds.
And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. He's got his man. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to get the first through the air. The throw. Got it. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. And it's 1st down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. Oh, the attempt is no good. Missed a chance to stretch this lead. It's still sitting on 9. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Going up top on 1st down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, and he gets the ball back. Lucky to do so. Guess it could have been worse. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. He's taking the shot. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs. Offense set on first down. Looking for a man. It's Milroe. Got his man quickly. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? And here comes the offense on second down. Off play action. Using the quick game. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of pay dirt. You can't hear yourself think on third and goal. Trying to pound it in.
A lot of times you know on third down, in the red zone, you know exactly what you're going to do the next play. You got to the 1. Now it's fourth down. This situation is what you wanted. Go after it. Go for it.
Barrels ahead. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Trying to pound it in. This time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. So after scoring the touchdown, he tried to tack on the 2-point conversion, but was denied. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. It's complete to the right. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Now on first down from the 28. He's going to pass. Trying to beat the D deep. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They keep attacking through the air. Fires on the move. He makes a catch. The Tigers look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Durham. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Taylor.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where you're best.
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, LSU. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this.
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make? Because they got...
Just keeps moving. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. Alabama pushing the tempo.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force-feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. Coming to the line looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power, a 46-yarder from the left. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. A new set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. They'll run the screen. Turns it on at midfield. All kinds of running room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Unleashes one deep. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Quarterback on the keeper. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 2nd down coming up. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And he's running in the open. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bama! As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Looking to the big tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. It's caught along the sidelines, but he... wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. He wants to throw. Now improvising. Bought a little time, lets it go. Quickly to the tight end. Knocked off his feet. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Anderson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. Back to the air one more time. They get to it.